Hello everyone and welcome back to DMG. Today I'm going to be attempting to change the CMOS, or backup, I guess as it's called here, battery in this Cassiopeia A-21S. Now, I can find no sort of disassembly guide or anything online. This is just a pretty obscure machine. So I'm going in completely blindly. Just looking at it though, it looks like when the bottom is unscrewed, it will lift away pretty cleanly from the top. So I'm going to make that assumption. And then, as usual, I'm going to put the screws somewhere in the order they were taken out. It's already loosening, that's a good sign. And of course, this being pretty rare, I don't want to harm it. It's probably like the 400th time I've said that, but it's still rare and it's still worth preserving. Oh no, do I have to take this out? I have not been able to open this since the one time that I did it on camera. The other screw is under there, I bet. I think the thing that would work best is just taking a screwdriver. There's an area that's already slightly notched. So if I can just get it in there and then pop it out. Ah. That was good. Ooh, 2 screws. I love it. There's no snaps or anything. It literally just comes off. Well, actually, does it? I'm feeling some resistance. I should take the stylus out. I'm feeling resistance along the back. Oh, looks like there are snaps under the battery cover area. So with this old, like 25-year-old-ish plastic, I want to be extremely careful because this stuff, that scared me. I thought that had broken. No, it was just the screws coming out. Okay, I think just, sliding the screwdriver under it and popping up. Oh, that is cool. So that's what it looks like inside. This module, now what is this? It's on some sort of riser card from the chips that looks like maybe ROM? Now, for some reason, some of these chips have red markings around them. For the purpose of why, I do not know. What is this for, also? Does that correspond to anywhere special? No. It's literally a piece of metal there. Oh, I see, it's a heatsink. So, I don't immediately see a battery, which is confusing and concerning. Oh my god. So you're telling me that the backup battery is right here. It's right there. It's under this cover. So I actually didn't have to rip the whole thing apart to change the battery. But I'm honestly kind of glad that we did because this is fascinating to take a look at. So here's your CF card slot. That is definitely only type 1. A type 2 card will not fit there. I think that's maybe your CPU. I mean, it's a big chip with a check mark on it. How could that not be your CPU? This is probably your RAM, and that is probably your ROM. Now, is this removable? Oh, It's literally labeled MROM1 and MROM2 beside the chips. I actually knew that. Interesting. So the ROM, it's like glued to it. Almost as if they didn't want you taking it out or something. So basically, I did all of that for nothing. Because the battery isn't even accessible from there. Well, no, I'm going to do it the hard way. I'm going to unscrew the PCB from the inside because that door, I couldn't get it open earlier. So I feel if I apply any more force, that plastic will just snap. So I'm going to unscrew it from the inside. I love how it uses a standard CR2032 battery. Nothing weird, nothing proprietary, nothing with special connectors. Just a good old 2032. Or I guess bad old 2032 in our case. Okay, I'm so desperate to get the battery in this thing changed that I literally just stole one from my Pentium 4 system because I want to do this quickly and see how it works out. Okay, the issue is why a literal 15-year-old is struggling to screw in a simple screw. The battery thing, it has 3 springs on it that contact the battery. So, that means you can't really hold it in one specific place. It just wants to bounce around everywhere. Which is not convenient when you need to hold it down to screw something in, like I just did, because I'm built different. That definitely wasn't try 157, specifically. Now, this door, I wonder what that's for. It corresponds to the location of that ROM on the motherboard, but it's not actually removable from the outside as far as I can tell. So maybe that was like a swappable ROM, or maybe the RAM was there in some, earlier models, because it seems weird that that would just be there. Like, there's nothing special under it. On the other side of the plastic. It's just on the board. Oh yeah, and then right there, that little white thing next to this big black button, that's the switch that tells it if the door is closed. So it cuts battery power if the door is open. Let's go, we didn't break it. That is pretty litty, as the kids would say. Okay, so it's asking me to recalibrate because I did pull out the battery. However, we'll do that later. I love how easy this thing is to work on. Like, yeah, I struggled with it, but that's beside the point. I mean, like, compare this to, I don't know, what would be something modern that would be like this, like a mini laptop, or it's different from a phone because it's got the screen and the main body on different pieces of plastic, but I think it would be like working on a modern ultrabook like class of laptop. I really love working on the older laptops that I do, like, 3rd, 4th gen i5 business class laptops, because they just make it so easy. They know that you're going to upgrade them. They know that you're going to try and keep them alive for you know, many, many years. So the companies behind them, you know, HP, Dell, they make it easy for you. Socketed CPUs, easy to access RAM and hard drive. In some of the ones that I've looked at, you literally flip a switch, no screws, and the back cover comes off. They are actually easier to work on than my 1998 to 1999 compact Presario, which you have to take the keyboard out to work on. And that's really easy. So that's, anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but I mean, sorry. Try and negate the glare as much as I can. Alright. And also it doesn't matter what stylus you use. It's not a thing like an Apple Pencil where there's like actual circuitry inside the pencil that like communicates with the device and tells you where it is and tells pressure levels. No, like it is literally, you just need pressure. Your finger is usually too wide, so that's not very good, but I bet I could literally use the screwdriver. Now this is not recommended. I don't want to scratch the screen, so I won't really do it for too long. But yeah, I mean, you can use your finger, but if you're trying to click on something precise, it's really not recommended with resistive touch. Hey, Nashville, Tennessee, actually. That's very close to where I am, and it's in the same time zone. B&A Airport. It knows the name of the airport. Wow, that's really cool. Date and time, it's actually not 97. It is the great year of 2022. No. And also, if you haven't watched the first video on this, please go do so, because it won't make sense what I'm doing. Home city, visiting city. Who would want to go to France? France is the worst place. Top #1 things to do in France, leave. Okay, I really want to go to Lima in Peru. I hope that is a city. PQR. No, that's up. Lima, more like Ligma, am I right, chat? Whoa. You can just type on the keyboard and it autofills. Yes, Lima. Ligma, Peru. Have a friend from there. Arnold. I can't spell my own name. Tab. Company, DMG. This is where I get my $10,000 a day from this YouTube channel. Address, yes. I want people to know this is mine. I'm gonna go around flexing my PDA. Area code, home. I forget my own area code sometimes. I'm also not gonna put that in because I'm gonna be showing this on camera actually. If you steal this, you are sussy. Okay. Yes, Pocket Outlook, I don't care. Pocket Outlook at these nuts. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So, I think I showed this in the first video, but I just want to demonstrate all of the fonts really quickly. So you've got your standard Times New Roman, then you've got your Arial. That's the standard for Microsoft Word, that's the standard for Google Docs actually. So then you've got Courier. I don't know, it looks like something, you know, something you'd see in a book. It's relatively pleasant. And you've got very simple font, Tahoma. Then you've got symbol, which is exactly what it sounds like, symbols. So that's what symbol looks like. I guess it's for like putting in special characters. Well, actually it doesn't work with any of the numbers, but you know, for some reason if you need Greek letters, it just looks really funny if you type like the first couple letters in it, because some of them look like English letters, and then you know, you just mix it with some other font that looks better. Okay, before I end the video, I do want to make sure that the battery works, the backup battery. So I'm going to take these out for 1 minute. Alright, it has been 1 minute. We didn't get the warning on startup that the battery voltage is low, so I mean, I do think that I did it correctly, that I fixed it. It's going to have to start up again, do its nice little boot. If you steal this, you are sussy. Davis aren't... Come on! Why does it say that it's low or missing again? But, I mean, it did save my info, so... I'll check the battery voltage and make sure it's actually 3 volts. I'm gonna order a fresh 2032, but this one, I mean, should hold out for a couple weeks. But yes, that is it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, see you next time.